So in today's lesson, we are going back to customer service skills and we're diving right in. And I'm going to challenge everyone watching today to join in with the quiz and we're going to get really into it. We're going to get really into it. So today's topic is customer service training in English. And we're going to go through lots of different scenarios. I'm just going to try and lower my chair and see if I can do that. No, I'm not sure if I can. Okay. So last time we were going through lots of different customer service scenarios and how we deal with customers in English. How we talk to customers, how we respond, especially to angry customers. So I do have a slide here actually, and I will just go through some of the basics that we ran through before. Let me just get my desktop up and running and make sure I'm on. Make sure if you're joining me for the first time to say hello and let me know where you're watching from. My name is Jer, and in the chat today, I'm giving away a free download to everyone. So in the description, you will find a link for my customer service masterclass. So it's full of lots and lots of phrases for different scenarios and different contexts. I'm going to share it in the chat as well. Let me just open up my screen. So a free download, my first free download for live viewers today. And let me just make sure I have the link and get myself organized. Copy link, and I'm going to pop it in. Alam Brahimi, hi to you. Thanks for joining. I'm going to pop the link into the chat for the free guide. Let me just make sure I have everything in. One moment. English guide download. So that's the link there. I'm popping it in now. I'll actually pin it to the chat. So the link is in. So make sure and download your copy. And this is for my masterclass. It's a lesson on YouTube. It's a 6-hour lesson that I have. Suka, hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so if you're joining today for the first time, we're doing customer service English, and we're going to run through lots of different scenarios about this topic. And I'll be challenging you to lots of quizzes and lots of scenarios in English. So you'll be jumping into the chat and joining me for that. Okay, so you're very welcome. This is Learning English Pro. My name is Jer, and I'm delighted to have you all here with me today. Jump on and say hello where you're watching from. We're going to run through lots of customer service English today to help you sound more professional when you're talking to your customers, your clients, anyone that you're dealing with in a professional scenario. Okay, so this is in our last lesson on Wednesday, we ran through a lot of this stuff. Okay, so kind of how we de-escalate and solve problems, with difficult customers who are angry. So you start off with a basic apology. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize. And then we're looking to de-escalate. If someone's angry, we're looking to calm the whole situation. I have one of my regulars on, Karan Kumar. Hello to you. I'm doing very well. Glad to have you back. Very good at the moment. Everything's very busy coming up to Christmas. So yeah, all is well. So we're doing customer service English again today, and I'm going to challenge you guys. We're going back to lots of quiz stuff, and in the description and in the chat, you will find a free download for this chat. It is there. It is linked in the chat. And if you check out the description, it is there. I'm going to leave it there. So if you're watching the video after the live, the free download is there for you. So you're more than welcome to download that and keep it. It's linked to my customer service masterclass, which we're all about today. So, and I'll be challenging you guys in the chat to lots of professional English today. So we're just running through kind of our general customer service English. Hi, Paul. Hello. How are you? Make sure and check out the free download for today's chat. It's pinned there and it's in the description. So we're going through kind of, we're having a quick run through what we did the other day. Basic apology, de-escalate. If we have an angry customer, maybe a little bit more apologizing. We want to restore confidence. Maybe we do that by offering a refund or an exchange. Maybe you want to offer an extra bit of goodwill, a free delivery, an extra service or an extra product. Maybe that the customer might seek justice or reform. Maybe you'll promise some staff training, maybe a review of a situation, and then you want to follow up with your customer That's always a good thing if you follow up a customer. Depending on the situation, if you're in a supermarket, you probably won't do a follow up. But yeah, so there's going to be lots of challenges today. We're doing customer service English training, and make sure and get the download that comes with today's lesson, and that links to my masterclass. So it's a free download for anyone watching today. It's linked in the description and linked in the chat. I have it pinned in the chat as well. So make sure and get your copy. Okay, so let's just jump in to our quiz, and we're fixing English today. I want you to help me with my English. Okay, so this is a bad sentence that we would say to somebody. You don't want to say, "We're very busy today, you'll have to wait." Okay, so I want you to rewrite this in the chat for me. How would you respond better than this? How would you fix my reply? Rewrite this sentence in the knowledge, and you want to acknowledge the delay that the customers experience without excusing it. So, this is my first challenge to you. I've said to the customer, "We're very busy today. You'll have to wait." The customer's been waiting a long time. Okay, so what would you say to the customer in a nicer way? I don't know. Hello to you. Thank you so much for joining. So, what would we say to a customer? They've been waiting for a long time. Maybe they're waiting on a flight, they're waiting on a service, they're waiting on their room in a hotel. Everything's very busy. And this is not what we want to say. We don't want to say, "We're very busy today. We'll have to wait. You'll have to wait." And we're always looking to de escalate, to show that we're paying attention, that we're empathizing. So what could we say to fix this bad sentence in English? Anyone want to jump on and have a go? Don't worry, if you're not sure, I'm going to fix the sentence now in a second. But have a think and see. Would you like someone to say that to you if you're really waiting a long time for something and you complain and someone says, "We're very busy, you'll have to wait," you know? So we have Sushi Ichi Gumi. I hope I said your name right. We are a little busier than expected today. Thank you so much for your patience. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful, Sushi. Thank you so much for that. Hello to everyone. Kartik Kumar. Hello to you. You're the guy who has the bad cold. Oh, I'm sorry you have the bad cold. I hope you're on the way to feeling better. So Sushi has come in with a beautiful answer there. Instead of saying this really bad sentence in customer service, "We're very busy today. You'll have to wait." Sushi's come in with, "We are a little bit busier than expected today. Thank you so much for your patience." That's perfect. That's really perfect. Well done, Sushi. So Karan Kumar is in. "It might take a little more time. I really appreciate your patience. Allow us a little time to get it fixed." That's beautiful. So what you're both offering there is a little bit of empathy, isn't it? And looking to fix the problem. That's what we're always looking to do. Sabari, we would love to reach you, but we can do so tomorrow. Yes, yes, absolutely. And what I really love here is that, we're showing empathy to people. That's really what we want to impart in our professional English. Unfortunately, we aren't available to serve you right now. Yes, Sue Cat, that's really good. So we are so busy today, it's really out of control. We're so sorry. Please bear with us. We are exceptionally busy today, from Paul. Hello, my brother teacher. How are you? Hello, Sudan Shu. Hello. Been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. So really, I love a lot of these answers here. Okay. So I would go. My favorites are Sushi's one. We're a little bit busier than expected today. Thank you so much for your patience. That's beautiful. Karan Kumar's in with, "It might take a little bit more time. I really appreciate your patience. Allow us time to get it fixed." Lovely. That's really nice. You're offering lots of empathy here. It's really nice. Are you going to shut down this live? No, no. I'm just kind of changing the format a little bit and changing the times because it's coming up to Christmas now and I'm a little bit busier than usual. There must be empathy if it is required. Exactly, Karan Kumar, empathy, and always looking to show that you're taking a little bit more action, that you empathize and, we will look after you. Don't worry. Please bear with us. We are exceptionally busy today, from Paul. That's lovely as well. That's really nice. There must be. So well done, everybody. That's the first one in. So let's do another one. "I've already told you, please listen." So maybe a customer has complained several times and you've explained the situation. And in my bad sentence, I've said, "I already told you, please listen to me." This is really bad. So rewrite this sentence while staying patient and focused on the solution. We want to be solution focused here. So, how might you rewrite this bad sentence in really professional English. Take ownership to get the issue fixed. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. That's a really good, ethos to have for all your approach to professional English, isn't it? So with this sentence, customers come back maybe once or twice. You've explained the situation. You've been really nice. My bad sentence is, I already told you, please listen. Please listen to me. So what should we really say here instead? The best way I can be best is to serve is to hear me out patiently. The best way I can be best served is to hear me out patiently. Could you give attention to my answer? Hmm. Hmm. See, we want to say that we've kind of explained the situation a few times, but we don't want to make the patient or the customer sound like they're kind of silly, and we don't want to give an order, So what could we say? What would I say here? I might say, as I've explained, the situation is under control, but it might just be a little bit longer. Or as I told you, as I've explained to you, that's kind of a nice way to say, as I've already told you, as I've explained, such and such and such. As I've explained, uh, the doctor is running a little bit behind today, and we'll be with you as soon as we can. So we're kind of offering some reassurance here as well, aren't we? This might take some time. We'll be so thankful for your patience with us. I don't know. That's beautiful. That's really nice. This might take some time. Yeah, so that's been very kind and saying, look, this might be a little bit longer. We'll be so thankful for your patience with us. So you're there, you're really acknowledging that the effort of the patience that the customer is having. So I don't know. That's really, really good. I really like that. I really like that. Okay, let's move on. So a customer is being a little bit pushy and they're saying, oh, hang on, we have someone. No problem. I can explain this to you one more time. Fatma Dala, that's lovely as well. That's lovely as well. Maybe there's a bit of understanding issue. Let me just go back to this one again, 1 second. Kindly notice that I've already explained it to you. I'm trying my best. Yeah, we want to say, as I've explained, or, as I've explained, that's really the nicest way you can say it, I think. As I've explained, I think, it might just be a little bit longer, or the doctor's just running a bit late. We'll be with you as soon as we can. So I think it's important to offer some reassurance here, so that if they're getting very frustrated. I reckon I've mentioned that before. Just hear me out. That sounds a little bit aggressive, to be honest, Paul. That might sound a little bit rude. You just want to, because you're kind of saying what we're saying here, as I've already told you. So maybe the best way I've found I have a lot of experience in retail English, is, as I've already explained. That's a nice way. We could say it might take some time. I would request you to be with us. Yes, that's a really nice one, Karan Kumar. Sudan Kapoor, hi from India. Hello to you. And if you're just watching, we do have a free download with today's lesson. I've pinned it in the chat bar and it's in the description. And it's an older guide that I'm making available to you. These are the guides that are available on my student membership. So this has all the content for my customer service masterclass, and you can download for free today. It's available on the chat in the pin chat. It's a pinned comment in the chat, and it's in the description. Which class is running here? We are doing, you can see it here, customer service English training. Okay, so let's move on to our next one. We had hold on. Now, I think Karan Kumar would say it might take, we could actually use what you said there, Karan, with this one, hold on. Instead of, hold on is quite aggressive. Yeah, I see the way I'm holding up my hand. Hold on, we don't want to be like that. We want to be a little bit more kind, okay? What's the difference between Great Britain and UK? So Great Britain is the island, that big island, okay? And then United Kingdom is all those countries that are part of it. I'm not in the Great Britain or UK. I'm in the Republic of Ireland. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jesus Enrique. Could you wait on the line for a minute? Yes, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. If we're on the phone, yeah, if this scenario is on the phone and we don't want to say hold on the phone. We could say that's a really nice one, Suka 888. Could you wait on the line for a minute? Would you mind to wait for a minute or two and I'll be with you? Is it include English grammar? We're kind of doing more the topic of customer service today. That's really what kind of professional English a little bit. Hang on. Yeah, we could say, would you mind to hang on for a minute? We want to add a little bit more kind of politeness in there, Paul. So would you mind to hang on for a minute? Hang on is nice, but we just would say, could you hang on for a sec, please? Sure, we'll be right back in a jiffy. Yeah, that's quite nice. I'll be back to you in a jiffy. That's really nice. Hi, could anyone help me in English? Hi, Hasim. We're doing customer service today, and there's a free download in the description and in the chat bar. Okay, I would like to learn. Great. When will you come online? So I'll be back online on Monday. I'll be back online on Monday. I'm usually on a couple of days a week. I'm just kind of establishing a new schedule. So I'll be back online on Monday. So I love some of the answers there. There were some really lovely ones. Could you wait on the line for a minute? That's lovely from Suka. Sure, we'll be right back in a jiffy. That's really nice as well. Um, and when we had hold on isn't neutral, like formal and informal. So I would say hold on is a little bit commanding. I wouldn't really use it in a formal way. Would you mind to hang on for a minute? Um, you know, it just sounds a little bit kinder. We should be polite first customer because the customer is king. Yeah, the customer is very important. You always have to kind of have a line of, is the customer right? Are we right? Is the customer trying to take advantage? There's always that line where you have to protect the business at some point. I'll be back with the correct information. Yeah, please hang on a sec. I'll be back to you in a minute. Like always say, please hang on. Would you mind? Those kind of things. They just thought we want to soften the situation. If someone's being a little bit aggressive, we want to soften. Say, oh, please hang on a minute. We'll be back to you in a jiffy. There we go. Hi, Constricted Constitution. Hello to you. Let's see, Manoj PM. Hello, Manoj. Hello, welcome back. We are doing our best. Your patience would be like tipping us. Thank you. Okay, we don't want to say tipping. I wouldn't really bring up the subject of tipping because then you're kind of inferring that you need a tip or you want a tip. So we could just say we are doing our best. Your patience would be appreciated. Thank you. That would be really nice. I'm studying KTK, Teaching Knowledge Test, and there was a question like this. I can't believe you're doing the same type of quiz. Yeah, there we go. We're doing customer service training today. And make sure and check out the description. And in the chat, there is a pinned comment in the chat where you can download your copy for my customer service masterclass. It's full of loads of different phrases for customer service English scenarios. So yeah, very welcome to anyone. Make sure to I hope you're doing better. Thank you so much, Constricted Constitution. Yeah, I was sick last week, but I'm back now, and we've changed up the scenario a bit. We're on the Jer Show. This is the Jer Show. Welcome to the Jer Show, everyone. And make sure to subscribe. Yeah, and I'm back with a free download, which is in the description and in the chat. I will be saying it a lot in this chat. So yeah, okay, let's move on to our next one. I just want to go back because I think we've skipped. I've skipped a few things on my chat. So let's go back a little bit. Okay, so I want to have a look at some scenarios with customers when they've said, I want to put some of this kind of words that we've put into action. Okay, so I've been waiting 40 minutes. This is unacceptable. How would you respond? So thinking back to some of the things that we've already said, how would you respond to this? Okay, keep it quite short. How much do I have to pay to download that? That is Sachin. It is free to download. All you have to do is click the link and it'll open as a PDF and you can download it. So it is free. It's 30-page download waiting for you, totally free to download. We are so sorry, currently working on the situation to serve you better. Suka, that's beautiful English. That's really, really nice. That's really professional. We are so sorry 45 times. I don't know. I think that would be quite annoying. But we could say what Suka has there. We're so sorry. Currently working on the situation to serve you better. That's really, really lovely English. I'm so sorry you have to wait from Constricted Constitution. I'm so sorry you have to wait. We have other customers that were here first. Yeah, I mean, we're just acknowledging if it's kind of a first come, first served, we can just acknowledge that we're super busy. We just have a few customers to deal with, and maybe add in that we'll get to you in a few minutes. We'll get to you as quickly as we can. I would say you're going to have to wait longer, so buckle your seatbelt. Stabworthy, I knew there might be some comedy from you today. Welcome, welcome, Stabworthy. Response: We apologize for the inconvenience caused. That's lovely. That's a really lovely classic one, Sachin. We apologize for the inconvenience caused. That's lovely. Lou, I'm not sure what you mean, Theo DX, but okay. Sukas, thanks. I'm from Turkey, by the way. Oh, you're very welcome. Welcome to you and everyone from Turkey. And I'm sure I have Americans on, I have some Indians on. So make sure and let me know where you're watching from. I regret your loss of time. This is from Sarah Barry. I regret your loss of time. We are coordinating to level best serve you, all our customers. So I regret your loss of time. That's really lovely. I'm so sorry for the delay. That's another way we could say that we are coordinating to best serve you. But so we're coordinating to get everyone looked after. We'll be with you as soon as we can. Lovely. I love the sentiment there. Karan Kumar, I would appreciate your patience as it's taking a little more time. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Lovely, lovely. And you have as soon as possible as ASAP, which is an acronym that we can use. But I would appreciate your patience as it's taking a little bit more time. We will get back to you as soon as possible. Lovely, Karan. Well done. That's really, really good English. Constricted constitutions from Australia, mate. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Sabine is here from Germany. Hello, Sabine. Sabine Kotz. Hello to you. Sarcastic response. Who cares, dude? Time flies. Have an ice cream or something. Oh, Sachin, I think you'd be fired. Constricted Constitution, who's one of our lovely members here on the channel, offer them a complimentary lolly. Yeah, I mean, if we want to be nice, we want to be super nice, give them a nice little gift. But don't get in trouble. So someone's demanding their money back. Okay, so someone has come back, they have their receipt, they have a really crappy product that they bought from you, and they say, I want my money back now, today, immediately. What do you do? What do you say? Try one sentence to calm and reassure the patient or the customer. Why do I keep saying patient? Customer, 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 customer. So, how would you respond? I want my money back now, today, immediately. What would you say? What would you say? They have their receipt, they have the product, they are done. They're standing in front of you, or they're on the phone, or they're typing, on those chats that you can have with companies. What would you say? Type one sentence to try to calm and reassure the customer. So, would we offer them a complimentary lolly? Masvik Mojimder, hello to you. Welcome back. Welcome back to the live. Have a look on screen and make sure and check out the free download for today's lesson. It is pinned in the chat and it's in the description as well. So a free download for everyone. It's linked to my customer service masterclass and it is available to you. So make sure and check that out. So how would you respond to a customer? I want my money back now, today, immediately. They have their receipt, the product. What would you say? So, Karan Kumar, I would like to tell, as there is no cancellation policy, I believe you've gone through and then made a booking. I apologize for the same. Yeah, so lots of nice English there, talking about the cancellation policy and then making a booking. I apologize for the same. So, always nice to acknowledge and say sorry. I'm sorry about the quality of the product. Could you please show us the product and where it faltered? They could show you. Would you like the refund to your card or in cash? Yeah, so exactly. So, there is some policies and law stuff here that we have to think about just depending on what country you're in. But if someone's bringing back something and it's damaged, it's not working, they have the receipt, the probably best thing is to offer a refund or an exchange or credit. If they want their money back straight away, there's really no arguing with that. Depending on the circumstances, generally you just say, that's no problem at all. I just need to have your receipt. Just need to call a manager just to authorize. Just be a few moments. But yeah, like if they're entitled to it, you have to give it. So just be kind and just be okay, no problem. If there is alternatives like an exchange, maybe you could say it, but it's really up to you. Okay, it depends on the store and the circumstances. But if someone's coming like this with their receipt, You got to give it, don't you? So let's move on. Dum-dum. Okay. If this isn't fixed, I'm going straight to your manager. What do you say? What do you say? First of all, I learned the reason your refund request. After I'll start your process. Yeah, that's really good. If you have a process in your business, Suka, that's a really good way. Yeah, maybe you just need to check exactly what's going on with the product, gone wrong with the service. That's a really good. You're going very methodically there. We're extremely sorry for the delay. We assure you that we're trying our best to provide the amount. Perfect. Lovely. Lovely. I love that. Pretend to be the manager. Say, I'll be back in a moment. I'm the manager. Sir, we don't have money back system. We just exchange offer. If you want other size, we can. Yeah, but Masvik, it depends really on on where you live, doesn't it? Like if you have to offer an exchange, maybe you're best just to call a manager and say, you know, get them to deal with it. Stabworthy says, "I am the manager." Yeah, I suppose like if you are the manager, you say you're the manager. Um, so what would you say here? I would be, like if you're doing your job, and you're satisfied that you've been doing everything correctly, say yeah, no problem. No problem. Do you want me to contact, I can bring the manager in, but we don't want to escalate it and bother the manager. So you say, okay, no problem. I'll do what I can. If you want to talk to the manager, that's no problem. I would want to not show any fear here. That's good to be good to be polite. Here in Germany, we don't really have a customer friendly service. Yeah, I think in Ireland we really have a high level. If someone is being even just normal, I think we tend to be very apologetic in Ireland. So yeah, I would say, I would say, I can understand that you have been facing problem for so long and we haven't received any solution. I assure you that we will fix it ASAP. I love that, Karan Kumar. That's really, really good. That's really good. You're empathizing with I understand for so long. You're kind of you're really empathizing there, and I assure you that we will fix it ASAP. And you're looking forward, to providing a solution with further action. This is what we call real learning. It's fun and educational at the same time. Oh, thank you very much, Sachin. I appreciate that. I'm checking the process. As soon as I get the information about the product, I'll inform you. Very good. Sir, am I a salesman or a shop owner? Hmm. Let me think. I'd say a shop owner. Shop owner. But yeah, I mean, it depends on the scenario. Like lots of times this has happened to me, but usually if you're following procedure, I wouldn't be afraid to bring in the manager. But yeah, like if you want to reassure them and say, listen, no problem at all. I'll do everything I can. It's no problem to bring in the manager. I'm following procedures here. But if you're not happy, we can bring in the manager. Depends on the situation. But I really like a lot of your answers. Okay. Everything about the order is wrong. How would you? This is a really big mistake, isn't it? Everything about the order is wrong. You sent the wrong size, you sent the wrong products, you sent the wrong things, you sent the wrong quantity. How would you reassure the customer? How would you reassure them? What would you say to them to that you're going to resolve the issue? The response depends on circumstances and person to person. Yeah, but really what we're looking for here, Masfik, is we're looking to empathize with everyone. We're looking to show empathy. We're looking to make action and show that we're going to have action to resolve it. We're trying to, de-escalate the issue. So first of all, empathy, show that you understand, show that you empathize, and then show your action. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. May I get your information, order number, etc., to serve you better? Yeah, that's lovely. That's really, really nice. Okay. May I get your information? That's a really good way to start the process. If someone's ringing up and they want to check something or they're coming to you and you want to check exactly, that's a really good way. I would say, who are you and how did you get this product if you didn't order it? Be honest, the police are already on the way. I love that, Stabworthy. Very to the point. And you're fired. So, what would we say? Everything about the order is wrong. What would I say? And this has happened to me. When I worked in the opticians, you would put orders through, they would get completely messed up. Okay. I would say, I'm so sorry. This is completely embarrassing what's happened. I will do everything in my power to get this fixed for you straight away. We'll try and get this resolved for you tomorrow. You know, I would try and promise it as quickly as possible, within the realms of what is possible. I'm so sorry. This isn't usually how we operate. Please let me try and fix this for you as soon as possible. I would apologize for the same as you got the wrong order. There might be an issue while sipping the order. We'll be delivered the right one. Yeah, just you want to show some action. I'm so sorry. Apologize. I really don't even work here. Sorry, deflection. I would apologize. Yeah, apology. There must be a wrong order or an issue. We'll ship it right away. We'll get it delivered to the right one. Yeah. Could you please be more specific with what you need my assistance? An order regarding what? Yeah, so this is really how we begin, when someone rings us up initially, how we will begin looking into their order. Could you be more specific? What's your order number? What's the order? What was supposed to be in the order? We need to maybe gather some information from them. But we're always looking to apologize and to fix it as soon as possible, as soon as what's possible. If someone ordered a pair of varifocals with me, varifocals would take 5 days. Possibly you could ring the company and get them 3 days. So maybe you could say, oh, I might be able to get them for you maybe 4 days. It just depends on how quickly. This girl likes to make tantrums. Go stand in the corner now. Hi, Anorak. How are you? Yeah, there's a lot of fixing issues and things today. Okay, so let me see. So if you're just joining, make sure to download. This is your free download for today's lesson. It is my customer service English masterclass. It is linked to my customer service masterclass lesson, and it features loads of phrases. You can pick it up in the chat. It's the pinned chat comment, and it's in the description. I don't really work here. It may possibly be my answer to all your questions today. I think yes. I think that would work. No problem, Stabworthy. I see you're rebelling against customer service English today. No problem at all. Okay, so let's jump on and go to our next one. So let's jump into. Let me see where we're at. Um, some of these. We did some of these earlier. I'm going to jump back into these. I don't know what happened. It's weird. Okay, so here we might have a fault with with the product, or with the delivery, or maybe there's a tech issue with an app. Maybe you're on a customer service line. I don't know what happened. It's weird. How's the weather in Dublin? It's cold today. It's cold and gloomy, and it's getting dark now. It's full on dark. I'm still food drunk from yesterday. Oh, what did you have to eat, Stabworthy? Let me know. Um, I'm having ham tonight, ham and colcannon. So yummy, yummy, yum. Okay, so how would you fix my reply? Something has happened, there's been a technical fault, and you say, I don't know what happened. It's weird. This is not what you say to a customer. What would you say instead? So, with your answer, rewrite with confidence, even if you don't know the cause yet. Anyone standing close by an order goes around should announce, I smell job opening. Nikolai, that's very funny. Yeah, sometimes if a bad order goes really bad, someone might be losing their job. I apologize for that. Could you please tell me your issue so I could try to fix that? Exactly, exactly. Yeah, we want to show a bit of confidence here, don't we? Sir, I think we made a little mistake. I really appreciate if you give me a chance. Yeah, okay, sir. I think there was a mistake on our part. If you give us a chance, we will solve it right away. Very good, Masvik Mujimder. Yeah. So I think there was a little mistake on our part. We're empathizing here. We're trying to show logic. We're trying to show confidence. If you give us a chance, we'll solve it right away. And then you're showing more action, aren't you? May I get some information about the situation to help you immediately? Yeah. So I would kind of say, what I would say is, okay, that's a bit strange. I'll just have a look into that for you and see what's going to happen. So Sachin saying, I apologize as I haven't been able to figure out what's going on with this process. Could you please give me a few more minutes? Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect, Sachin. I really like that answer too. You're apologizing and you're showing more action that you're going to look into it straight away. Excuse me, let me have some tea just to wet my whistle. Okay, well done, everybody. So you guys are seeing that we really have to kind of show empathy, with apologizing first and showing that we're going to do more action. And that's really professional English. No matter if you're working in a store or if you're working on telesales or on a customer service line or any type of business, you always want to show further action and empathy. So start with empathy. I'm really sorry. I really apologize. A little bit of an explanation if it's needed. I'm so sorry. We're really busy. This is how I'm going to fix it. So that's the key to professional English. And later we're going to run through some words that sound more professional than others. But the key with professional English is empathy, logic, further action in really any scenario. Okay. Explain the circumstances, sir. Um, Omar Shami says hi. Masfik. So the circumstances. So in this circumstance, I would say maybe it's a technical difficulty. We all use iOS systems and online systems. 2 weeks ago, this live just dropped on me for no apparent reason. So yeah, I would say this might be a technical context that we might use this one in. So I'm just going to repeat it again. If you're joining live, you can download the free customer service masterclass guide. It's a 30-page guide. It's downloadable. Just click the link. It's in the chat, the pinned comment in the chat, and it's also in the description. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Oh, thanks! Happy Thanksgiving to all my American viewers. Happy Thanksgiving, Stabworthy. Yes, that's of course why you're food drunk. We had turkey dinner with all the trimmings: turkey, mashed potato, green bean casserole, corn, cranberry jam, sweet potato pie, stuffing, ambrosia, and dinner rolls. Oh my God, I'm hungry now. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed yourself with you and your family and your loved ones. When customer having any kind of issue, must be empathized or apology. Exactly. We always want to, look for a resolution in professional English. That's what it's all about. Okay, so let's keep going. I did a few of these already. Let me just see. There's nothing I can do. Okay, this is a tricky one, isn't it? So rewrite this to offer something, even a small next step. So it's the end of the line. What can you do? What can you say? I think there is a technical problem here. We sincerely apologize. Oh, everything's jumping. Let me just say, where did that go? Oh, I think there is a technical problem here. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Masvik. That is perfect English, especially when we're talking about technical problems. Maybe there's an app problem or a program or software or hardware. I think there is a technical problem here. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. Yeah, here, sincerely apologize is lovely. It just adds an extra layer, of professionalism, and sincerely really lays it on, and really is lovely English for the inconvenience caused. Yeah, inconvenience caused. I think later in the quiz you might see this word. Inconvenience is lovely and professional. It's saying like a problem, an issue, you know, an inconvenience is lovely because you're kind of saying it's a problem and the problem has caused you, you know, issues, delays, anything like that. Get out of my store. You better get out of here right now. Okay, let's keep going. So I think we did that one already. Apologies, some of my graphics are jumping around on me today. That's not my job. You need to talk to someone else. That's not my job. You need to talk to someone else. That's not what we want to say here. This is a bad sentence. This is very dismissive. Okay. Rewrite it by redirecting politely. So that's really the key, redirecting. You do really don't want to say, if you say this to somebody, this is just rude. That's not my job. You need to talk to someone else. Really rude. So if you're in an organization, you always want to help visitors, help patients, help clients, help customers. So, what would you say here to somebody that's much better than this bad sentence? That's not my job. You need to talk to someone else. That's not really good, is it? Jer is the guru. Thank you, Great Galaxy. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I would like to tell you, sir, as you've done your best and there's nothing we can do, I apologize. That's really nice English, Karan. Hello from UX side. Hello, UX. We can't do anything even if we want to. We're sincerely sorry. We are trying our best. Masvik, you're retracting and you're going to come in now again. There we go. We can't do anything even if we want to. We sincerely apologize. We are trying our best. Yeah, this is really, really nice. I really like that. We are sincerely sorry. Yeah, you're adding a layer there, and just offering empathy. This is when we offer to get the manager before the person asks to see the manager. Yeah, when you can't do anything more, yeah, pass it on to the manager. Sometimes being a manager is a curse. We would say, as your issue being raised, we respect the team. They will get back to you. With a nice little wink, Karan Kumar. I like that. Suka is in with Suka 888. I will assist you, another professional, about the subject. Yeah, so maybe we need to pass it on to somebody. Maybe we've done enough and we can't do any more at our level. So it's time here to pass it on to somebody. That's a really nice way to redirect it. Maybe what we could say is, yeah, I'll find you another person. I will assist you to find, like Suka said there. I will find you someone to deal with this for you. Don't worry. I'll go and get someone for you, or I will email this person and they will get back to you. So this is like this stops a customer fully. If you can't help them, then yeah, that's no problem. I'll find you someone who can, and that's really what we're talking about redirecting here. Sir Reed comment. We can't do anything even if we want to. We are sincerely sorry. We are trying our best. There, I read it. Is that the one you want me to read? I will assist you, another professional. Yeah, so well done, everybody. That's really, really good. And let's move on to a new section of our slides. Let me just go and make sure everything. So I want to here to do, this is kind of our quiz for today, our main quiz, is that we're looking at words, which one sounds professional? So on each slide, there's going to be option 1 or option 2. So I'm going to say each one, and I want you to say option 1 or option 2 in the chat to see which one you think sounds more professional. Okay. I'm just finishing up from the last one. This is not my department's business. Please contact the department. Yeah, so maybe you might suggest someone to contact someone else or a different business or something else. I will assist you. I'm reading that again. And okay, so we're into this one. Which sounds more professional? I'll take care of that, or I'll do it. I'll take care of that. I'll do it. And remember, we want to sound more kinder in professional English. We want to sound a little bit more polite. What sounds better? I'll take care of that, or I'll do that. Let's have a look into the chat and see. So Suka 888 is coming in with number 1. Sachin is number 2. I would say both are professional answer depending on the situation. Yeah, I mean, I'll do that is perfectly fine. I would say personally, and I would agree with Suka 888, that the best one is I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. It actually shows by saying care that you're caring, that you really, I'll take care of it. It's a little bit kinder than I'll do it. I'll do it a little bit more direct. Delhi Study Circle, hello to you. Welcome to the chat. Make sure and join in. And if you're joining the channel for the first time, I have a free download today. It's available in the chat and in the description. It's a 30-page guide for phrases for customer service. So make sure and check that out. I'll do it shows you're straightforward and it's short. Yes, but if we want to be more empathetic and always kind, remember, we wanted to show that we're kind. Really, that's what professional English is. Take ownership and get to the issue, fix it, or his own. I'll handle it. I'll handle it's nice as well. I'll take care of it here, is the one I would go for. Okay, let's move on to our next one. I have loads of these today. Okay, which sounds more professional? Resolve it or fix it? Resolve it or fix it? Hmm. I will resolve it for you. I will fix it for you. Which one here is more professional English, more business English? Have a think. I'll handle it. Yeah, we said that. Suka888 is going one. Sachin is saying resolve it. Stabworthy is also in with resolve. Any more answers? Anyone going to say two, fix it? So, which sounds more professional? Resolve it or fix it? Daddy Study Circles in with one. It will depend upon what issue customers having. Yeah, but this is more generally. We're talking very generally here about professional business English. What one sounds better? Karan Kumar is in with one. Resolve it from Sabine. Masfik is in with one as well. Daddy Study Circle is in with one. And yes, of course, resolve it. I think even you can hear it's a little bit posher, the way I say it. Resolve it. Fix it, resolve it. It just sounds nicer, doesn't it? Sometimes it doesn't really make any sense, but there are these words that we have that really sound better, sound more caring. And really, as I've said, that is the key. That is the key here. Okay, let's move on. Which sounds more professional? Dissatisfied customer or angry customer? Have a think. Dissatisfied customer or angry customer? So Suka888 is in with one. Sabine is in with one. Delhi Study Circle, one. Which sounds more professional? Dissatisfied customer or angry customer? What's the difference between dissatisfied and unsatisfied? They're both the same. It's both the same. Fix it, what my girlfriend says every day. Good one, good one. So we have Suka, Sabine, and Delhi Study Circle in with one. Dissatisfied customer. Yeah, this is correct. This is more professional English. Dissatisfied from Sachin. Yes, exactly. Dissatisfied is better just because, angry is more, you're pinning one emotion on the customer. And, you know, dissatisfied is much more general and lessens, you know, this quiz is basically the difference between talking like a child or an adult. The answers are essentially the same, but there's still a better answer. There we go. It's always about nuance with professional English. And these are the slight differences between, normal casual English and professional business English. So, yes, the answer is dissatisfied customer. We would say this instead of angry customer. And the reason being is that angry is really just, it's one column. Dissatisfied sounds better. If you're typing a document or a report, this is how you would say it. You would say a dissatisfied customer. You wouldn't say an angry customer. It sounds more professional. It's less accusatory towards the customer, and it's just more general. They might be upset, they might be angry. You know, there's lots of different ways, but dissatisfied is a nicer general term. Okay, next. Which sounds more professional, an issue or a problem? This customer has an issue. This customer has a problem. Which sounds better, an issue or a problem? This has been my favorite online quiz ever. Seriously, you deserve more viewers. Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy with 16, 20 viewers. Whoever comes on, I'm happy with. So Suka888 is saying one. Let's have a look. Could you tell me how to express my feelings fully, even with a small vocabulary? I think just be truthful. I think that's the best way. Even if you use simple English, just be truthful. Daddy Study Circle's in with one, Suka's in with one, Masfika's in with one, Lily Sora is saying issue, Karan Kumar, you're saying one. This customer has a lot of issues. Yeah, that's not the customer you want. Masfik Mojinder, I know a lot of vocabulary, but when needed, vocabulary don't come to my head. How can I fix this? I think a great way is to narrate your day as you're going along your day, narrate your day. You can practice with AI. That's a really good way to do it. You know, it's hard to practice with someone, but AI is a really good way. Maybe talk about emotions with AI. Sachin is saying one issue, Masfik one. Mario Samir forward. Hello to you. Welcome to the channel. Issue for sure. Problem is disrespectful, sir. Yes, exactly. It's a bit disrespectful. Issue from Tesseract Cube. Hello to you. So yeah, like if you're talking in front of a customer and maybe you're passing a customer over to a manager and you're explaining, saying problem is the same kind of problem that we've had with this issue that we've had before. You know, it's kind of accusatory. This customer has a problem. This customer has an issue. You know, it's a lot more general. It's a lot more kinder. It imparts the same thing, but it's definitely more professional English to say this. Okay, there is an issue with something. There is a problem with something. Problem is a little bit more panicky. It's a little bit more emotional than issue. Issue is a little bit flatter, a little bit like it's less panicky. Problem is a little bit more emotional. What about trouble? Trouble is emotional as well. You know, it just has an emotional edge to it that we don't need. Issue is a lot more professional and it's a lot less panicky. Okay. We also, you know, if we're sending an issue, you know, if we're sending an email to a customer and we want to say there's an issue with something, you know, that sounds better than there's a problem. Problem sounds quite unprofessional and panicky and emotional. Okay. So, yeah, great. Let's keep going. What sounds more professional, a review or a check? I'm going to review the issue. I'm going to check the issue. I'm going to review the situation. I'm going to check the situation. I'm going to review your order. I'm going to check your order. Is it one or is it two? So Daddy Study Circle is in with one. Suka888 is in with one. Karan Kumar is saying two. What I meant was 90% of people here on YouTube are more attracted to online BS, not just stream like yours. Thank you so much, Sachin. That's really nice. Yeah, there's lots of crazy stuff, isn't there? And I just very repetitive. I don't know, but if you're into it, you're into it. No tea, no shade. Mario Samir forward is saying review. So I will review your case. I will check your case. I will review your order. I will check your order. Which one sounds more professional? The answer, of course, is one. We have a lot of one answers, though. These are jumbled. The answer is one, and the let's see, one review from Sachin. Verify. Oh, verify is lovely. Yeah, verify is a little bit like you're making sure that something is a yes, but we're not sure it's a yes yet. I'm going to verify your situation. So yeah, we could use that in some circumstances, definitely. But if we want to say like we're investigating something, like if you want to look into something, review or check, I would go with review here every time. Recheck is good. Recheck, recheck. Yeah, review. I would go review. I would go review, definitely. I have been listening to you, but I didn't know to answer. That's okay, Sai. You're very welcome, Sai. When we recheck something like documents. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we could say that. We could definitely say that. Review is generally, I would definitely say review. Isn't review and verify two different words? Yeah, like there is kind of like verify, review. I will verify the situation. I will review the situation. Verify is more like checking that it's a yes, that it's there. Review is more about investigating. We could kind of use verify sometimes depending on the situation, but I would definitely go with review, especially if we're kind of using investigate. You know, I will review your information. You know, I will verify your information. That's where we could probably use it there, you know. But definitely review is generally probably more better. More better? Better. If you're new to the live, check out the download for today's lesson. I've linked it in the chat. It's linked in the description. It's a 30-page English guide, and it's full of phrases for customer service. That's the topic of today. We're doing customer service English training. So if you're dealing with customers, patients, clients, really anyone, if you're on the phone and you're learning English, this is a great handy tool. There's lots of scenarios for lots of different occupations. So you're all very welcome to it. Download it. It's linked to my customer service masterclass. Okay, let's keep going. Which sounds more professional, to fix the mistake or to correct the error? Fix the mistake or correct the error? Which sounds more professional? Do 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 do. So if this is your first time watching, answer in the chat. Everyone's jumping into the chat now. Which sounds more professional, to fix the mistake or correct the error? Hmm. Let's have a look and see. So Mario is in with number 2. Check is also good. Review means explaining or showing more details. Yeah, like review is just a little bit more posher, I think, a little bit more professional. Check is a little bit more casual. Suka888 is saying 2, correct the error. Quran is in with 1. Mohammed Rizai, hello to you, saying 2. Sai is saying correct. Daddy Study Circle is saying 2. Great Galaxy, you're in with 1. You're saying 1 like Quran. Samra Abidi, I hope I'm saying your name okay. 2. I have another person in there with 2. Hello to you. Could you please do a passive voice video in the future? Sure, that's no problem. Just remind me. 2, sorry. Okay, Great Galaxy has changed. Masfik is in with 2, correct the error. And Sachin, you're in with 2 as well. Okay, so what is the answer? Which sounds more professional? Fix the mistake or correct the error? So if you answered 2, and a lot of you did, so well done to you. Correct the error. If you remember earlier, fix was a little bit kind of informal, wasn't it? To correct something. And mistake has a little bit, it's a little bit accusatory, it's a little bit emotional, it's a little bit unclear, it's a little bit unkind, maybe sometimes. Error just sounds a lot better. Error is just that little bit more professional, sounds a lot nicer. Mistake is kind of, it leans into clumsiness. We would never want to show that we're clumsy. An error can happen. Human error can happen. But mistake is a little bit accusatory. It's a little bit sloppy. Error sounds, it's an error. It can happen. Okay, let's move on. Which sounds more professional? Sorry or I apologize? Which sounds better? Sorry, or I apologize. Fix is not formal. Exactly, Musfiq. We had that earlier. Well done. Well done for that. Okay. So quite casual, number 1. Sorry. Masfiq, Daddy Study, Mario, Mohammed, Sai, Sachin, Suka. You're all saying 2. I apologize. Which sounds more professional? 1, sorry, or 2, I apologize. Yeah, you're all correct, completely correct. I apologize. I watched the original Spider-Man trilogy, Tobey Maguire, last night. It's still good. Oh, I must watch that. I must watch that. I think it's on, might be on Netflix here. Okay, so which sounds more professional? Sorry, or I apologize. So you can even see how I'm saying it. I'm saying sorry, a little bit casually, haven't I? It's a little bit sorry. That's the way it can come across. Sorry. It's a little bit short, isn't it? I apologize. I apologize. Much nicer, much more professional, much more polite, kinder even. I apologize. It's kind of, a little bit more genuine than sorry. If you were to say sorry, say, I'm really sorry, and we had earlier, sincerely, I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize, if it's really, really bad. I apologize. Spider-Man 2002 is the best Thanksgiving movie. Oh, I do love Spider-Man. I think he's definitely my favorite superhero. Okay, let's move on. Which sounds more professional, to modify it or to change it? to modify it, or to change it. This agreement is not working. We need to modify it. This agreement is not working. We need to change it. Which sounds better? Alan Carr. I with my teeth. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sachin. Alan Carr. I will try and take that as a compliment. My bay. Hello. Okay, so Suka is saying one. Dali Study is saying one. Mario Samir one. My bad. Sachin one. Karan Kumar one. Masfiq Mujimder one. Mohammed one. Sai modify. Masfiq modify. Modify is more professional. Change it sounds like you're talking about a dirty diaper. Exactly. You could be changing anything. To modify sounds a lot more professional, like almost a little bit more like you're in control, that this is modifiable, that I know I'm really in control. Change it. You can change anything. You could change the radio station, you could change your cup of tea, but to modify is you're in control, you're about to change something in a very dynamic way. It's a very much I'm in control kind of word, isn't it? What about alter? Alter is good too. Alter is good too. I can alter that for you. I can alter that, but it also depends on products. Exactly. If something is, modifiable, if you can change it, but if that comes up, like an agreement, we could modify an agreement. There's lots of things and ways that there's not only a product, but maybe an agreement, maybe a delivery method. We might modify the delivery method. Maybe we'll deliver in two parts instead of one. So there's lots of ways that we can modify something. To change it is quite casual, nothing wrong, but to modify it is just that little bit more professional, a little bit, he knows what he's talking about. They know what they're talking about. She knows what they're talking about. So yeah, all of this depends on your situation. And again, I'm going to keep saying it. You can download the free guide for this lesson. The customer service masterclass is 30 pages, and it's available in the link in the chat and the link in the description. It's a free download, and it has like hundreds of phrases for customer service. It's linked to my customer service masterclass video, which is 6 hours. So yeah, there we go. Let's keep going. Which sounds more professional? A serious issue or a big problem? So we might have covered something about this earlier. So this should be quite easy. Suka's in with one. Karan Kumar is in with one. Mario, Delhi, Masfiq, one. Mohammed saying one. Itchy, itchy. Serious issue. She always takes my phone and goes to your channel saying, I want to watch Mr. Jer. She's 11. She thinks she's your biggest fan. Oh, hello, Sachin's sister. Hello to you. That's very cute. Hello to you. Thank you so much. And you are my biggest fan. Thank you so much. So yeah, we have serious issue. We had this earlier, didn't we? Issue and problem. So yeah, serious issue is the best way to say it. Not a big issue. A serious issue, is really, really serious. A big problem, it's quite casual. It's a little bit emotional. It's a little bit unclear. So what sounds more professional here? Complimentary or free? You're going to get some complimentary towels in your hotel room. You're going to get some free towels in your hotel room. There's some complimentary shampoo in your shower. There's some free shampoo in your shower. So what are we saying here? So Daddy Studies in with one, Sachin's with one, Mario, one, Mohammed, one, Masfiq is in with one as well. Would you like some complimentary perfume? Would you like some free perfume? Sai saying complimentary. So yeah, complimentary. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Complimentary. It kind of adds in a little bit more kindness into it. We have lots of free things that are offered these days, free this, free that, free everything. But when something's complimentary, there's a kind of like a kind of nice service implied in it. Like this is complimentary, like we're gifting this to you. Excuse me. This is talking too much. So yeah, complimentary is much nicer. It adds a certain flavor to something. It adds a nice professional tone, an authenticity. Which institute did you study for CELTA at? God, what's the name of it now? What is the name of the CELTA one? I'll have to Google it. CELTA. I can't remember. Isn't that terrible? Let me just go to my map. International House. I studied at International House in Dublin. There we go. Sir, why are all the answers at number one? This is supposed to be jumbled. This is jumbled. It's just that they downloaded weird. It's fine. I just asked. Just tell it later. No, it's no problem. Okay, thanks. There we go. Okay, let's just see. Okay, which sounds more professional? Tell me or let me know. Everyone loves compliments, but also everyone loves free stuff. This one is a toss-up. Complimentary, though. If something's complimentary, if you walked onto a private jet and they said, "Here are your complimentary pajamas," they would say that instead of saying, "Here's your free pajamas." Definitely. Okay. So is it always number one? Is the answer always number one in my jumbled quiz that's downloaded weird? So Delhi studies in with two. So is Mario, Suka, Masfik, Mohammed, Sachin. You're all coming in with two. Let me know. Let me know. Which one is the correct one? Tell me or let me know. And of course, you're all right. It is let me know. And here we have a little bit more kindness, a little bit like you're taking care of something more. It's let me know. I want to know. Aminal Azrak, hello to you. You're in with two as well. You're correct. It is let me know. It just implies a little bit more care. Tell me is a little bit more casual. Tell me when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. It's much more kinder. It's a little bit more paced, and it's a lot more professional. Tell me, tell me when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready. Let me know. Haha, sir. I think now all the answer will be two. Maybe they downloaded in that weird order, huh? Which sounds more professional? Do you want this or would you like this? Do you want this or would you like this? Which sounds more professional? Suka is in with two. Daddy studied two. Sachin two. Masfik, Mario, Mohammed, Aminala Razik two. You're all coming with two. Would you like this? Isn't this so much nicer than do you want this? Do you want this? Would you like this? So much nicer. It's just do you want this? It's a little bit flippant. It's a little bit short. Would you like this? It's just so much more kinder. It's a lot more open. You're giving more options. It's just a lot kinder. It's a lot more empathetic. Would is more respectful. Exactly. Do you want this? Would you like this? It's just a lot more kinder. So well done. Abdullah Ikilio, hello to you. I think I butchered your name. Hello to you. Thank you so much for saying hello. Okay, which sounds more professional? Refund it or give it back? So here we're talking about the money when you have to give the money back. So will I give it back or will I refund it? What's the kind of best professional term here? And this is useful for supermarkets, for stores, anything like that, where you have to give the money back in some kind of scenario. Okay, so we have Daddy Study, we have Mario, we have Masfik, Suka, Mohammed in with one. Of course, yes, refund it is the correct term. Refund is, you can say I'll give you back the money, but I will refund the money. That's the correct term here. Give back is really rude. Yeah, kind of. This is very casual last week. Very casual. I will refund you, and this is very clear. This is the word that we use when money is given back in the systems for faulty product, for bad service, for when things have gone really bad and you want to give the money back. Okay, so let's move on. So we have one or two more, and we're going to finish up. So, which sounds more professional, to send or to forward? To send or to forward? This is very slight. This is very slight here. Delhi Study Circle, very fast, in with two. Mohammed with two. Which sounds more professional here? To send or to forward? It depends on the circumstance, sir. Hmm. Maybe, maybe. This is very close. This is very close. Delhi's in with two. Delhi Study Circle's in with two. Mohammed with two. Suka, Mario, Samir, two. And Masik is on the fence here. You're kind of saying not much difference. Depends on the circumstances. But you're saying two. Okay. Okay, so to forward is a bit more. I will forward this to you. I will send this to you. I will forward this to you, depending really on the product, really. But forward is a bit more professional. It's just a little bit more polite. It's a little bit more less general than send. I will forward this to you. So well done. Well done, everybody. Okay, which sounds more professional? Investigate or look? I will investigate this for you. I will look into this for you. I will look for this. I will investigate. We have Masfiq, Delhi Study, Mario Samir, all in with one. Investigate or look. Suka 888 is in with one. Mohammed is in with one as well. Well done. You're all on the same page. I think I have you all tuned to professional English. Well done. All correct. Are the formality levels only have formal and informal? Is neutral language used when speaking in your? Yeah, so like it really depends. Like generally it would be neutral. We would all speak quite neutral. If you're speaking to a stranger, you're obviously going to be a little bit more polite. With your friends, you're going to be a little bit more casual. But generally you're going to come in with kind of neutral, you know. Um, but are the formalities, but yeah, generally formal or informal. You can have slang. There might be different, regional differences. But generally you want to come in quite neutral. You don't want to come in too polite. Too, it depends on the scenario. But if we're in a professional, store or a sales environment or any kind of professional environment, you always want to come in at your best. So formal all the way at the start. But generally, with your friends and everything like that, very neutral, always respectful though. Okay. So, and we had investigate, of course, was the correct one there. So let's finish. May I ask you a question about phrases? Is it informal to use phrases in a conversation? So, like, if you mean like idioms and things like that, um, it depends on the idiom, really. Obviously we would, when I'm talking to people in sales in Ireland, or I'm sure I would drop in some idioms like I'm drawing a blank now, um but they're okay to use in conversation, general conversation. We would try and avoid idioms if we're trying to be super professional. You would avoid idioms completely, especially in emails and things like that. And if you're talking to the CEO, you always want to be very, unless you had a better relationship or a more casual relationship with them. But phrases are quite, God, it's raining cats and dogs outside. It's nice. It's nice English. But if you want to be super professional, avoid, especially in emails, and never use them in any kind of, written report or anything like that. Okay. Are idioms and fixed expressions the same thing, I wonder? Fixed expressions, I don't think so. No, fixed expressions, no. Okay, we're going to finish up with this one. Which sounds more professional? To return or to go back? To return or to go back? Okay, so everyone's jumping in there. So are idioms and fixed expressions the same thing? Idioms are kind of more, you have to know the meaning of them. Like raining cats and dogs, how would you ever know what that means? You know, a fixed expression is a bit more literal. So that's really the main difference. Fixed idiom, like count your chickens before they hatch. What would you ever understand what I'm talking about if you didn't understand what the idiom actually meant? But fixed expressions are much more literal. Masfik Mojimder, 1. Sachin, 1. Suka, 1. Delhi, 1. Mario, 1. Thanks for the explanation. No problem, Sachin. So we are all in with 1. To return. Very good. I need to return these shoes. You wouldn't say I'm going to, bring them back, or, the shoes are going to go back. The shoes are going to be returned to the supplier. Return is a lot more, go back is a little bit more directional. It's a little bit more commanding. Return is a little bit of what we want in the professional stakes. So well done. Well done, everybody. And don't forget, if you haven't heard me say it 20 times already, the download for today's lesson is available right now in the chat. Grab it there, or you can grab it in the description. And it's a 30-page guide. It's full of phrases of lots of different scenarios. It's an older guide, but I just thought it would be useful for us for this lesson, just to make something available to you and a bit of a thank you for all your support. So that's a free educational guide. It does have a link to the masterclass, which is a 6-hour masterclass and covers all of the lessons for like lots of different flight attendants, customer service, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there we go. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. That was a really enjoyable lesson. And we'll be back on Monday at 4 p.m. with another professional lesson. I'm just kind of changing it up a little bit from the normal quiz, just because it just needed a bit of a freshen up. I was a little bit tired of it, and I just really enjoyed it. Are you going? I'm going to finish up now. Yeah, finish it up now. I have lots of work to do. I'm working the weekend. I'm working this weekend, selling my products in a market. So I'm looking forward to that. See you on Monday. Yeah, 4 o'clock GMT, same time as today, for the quiz, and we will be doing more professional English. So I look forward to that. I would like to learn. I'm not seeing everything. I'm not seeing some people. Hi, can anyone help me? Oh, let me just say, I'm not seeing some of these messages on my screen. Oh, that's from like ages ago. What are you selling? So I design products for my cousin, merchandise and kind of homeware. It's kind of my other side of my business. And I design merchandise, designs, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to a market and we're going to sell some of it. It's a Christmas market. So it's just going to be fun. It's more of a fun experience for me more than anything, and to help her outsell the stuff. So looking forward to that. Just a little bit of fun and just a little bit of product. I want to see how my products perform and how people react to them, so I can judge what works, what doesn't work. So that's kind of my plan for the weekend. It's up in the local parish church. So yeah, thanks for allocating your time to do a wonderful quiz that anyone can watch and improve their English. Yeah, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Sachin. Wow, it's really interesting. Thank you, Masvik. Yeah, so I do in my other work, I have my own company and I do marketing, other social media. Learning English Pro is part of the company. So yeah, it's a kind of a whole thing. But I'm very happy I get to work for myself and do interesting stuff like this and talk to people all around the world and work on products and print and social media, videos. So that's really nice. Yeah. So thank you all so much for today. If you're just joined, there is a free download. It's in the chat as a pinned comment. It's also in the description. So I will be leaving it in the description for anyone watching later. If you want to watch back and practice, that's really good. So as I mentioned, we're back on Monday at 4, another professional English. I have not decided what it is yet. So if you want to leave a comment on this, make sure and do. See you again later. Thank you so much, Masvik. Thank you for being a good part of today's chat. And I will see you all on Monday, everybody. Hope you have a lovely, lovely day. I'm going to have a lovely big cup of tea now. Were you active and delivered speeches when I didn't see that section? That just went there. But okay, everybody. So I will see you all on Monday. Monday. Thank you so much, Sabworthy. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you have a lovely. Don't eat too much turkey, and cranberry and pumpkin pie. I'm gonna have me some pumpkin pie. Okay, everybody. See you all on Monday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye.